Hello all, this is Marcel Koenen here from the Netherlands, and this time I'm going to show you through my presets from the FM9, the Fractal FM9 that's laying here on the floor. And actually you see FM9 edit in the screen. I'm going to lead you through all my presets that I use and with the scenes and everything from my bands, solo stuff, etc, etc. So this is my solo preset. The rhythm sound. At first I want to explain the guitar. This is a Jackson Virtuoso model. I can show you like this. You can see the guitar a little bit. So you see me in the screen behind it. Anyway, it has Seymour Duncan's. This is a JB in the bridge, Jeff Beck signature, and a 59 in the neck position. Floyd Rose 1500s, which I really like. Sounds killer. And stays really good in tune. So this set, rhythm sound is basically, I can show you a little bit. The input has an input gate set, so to get rid of noise. If I bypass that, you hear no sound, of course, because you bypass the input, but you could set the threshold completely to off, and then you get this. So I have it normally at 32, minus 32. And that makes it really stable for, just save this quick, make it stable. Well, the first thing that comes after it that is active is the amp. And for the amp I'm using the JM-Pre 01, JM-Pre 1, OD1. And that's actually a Marshall JM-Pre 1, the preamp that they had, the golden preamp that was rack based, and they have it modeled in the X stuff. And this unit I had in the past, so I really had that sound, and yeah, it sounds perfect to me. It's just really. So you hear a little, you see a bit the settings. So the gain structure, the bass, middle, treble, presence, depth. That's how I set it. In the ideal tab I have nothing changed, but here in the preamp I put the input boost on. So the input boost is on neutral and gives a little bit more extra boost here, so that yeah, it uses AX7A just in the standard settings, nothing special. In the power amp I think I did only here in the power tubes. Yeah, I put the EL34s as FET I put in just to have a different kind of vibe in there in the high register. Power supply, speaker, yeah, speaker impedance goes by me to the 75 because I'm using 75s as my cabinet. These are own hammer IRs. So therefore I put also the impedance curve on this. And for the rest, input EQ, I removed some of the low in there. Output EQ, that's just the EQ from the JM-Pre run. That's what you see also in the amp in the tone settings here. That's the same. And dynamics, I didn't change anything. So that's basically what I did. Well, I have a volume pedal attached, and I don't know if this takes volume now. Yeah, so the expression pedal reacts to the volume. So yeah, this works like that. There's a graphic EQ that I do a little bit. So I do a little bit more EQ. I shall show you, let you hear the difference. So this is with EQ. So let me put the EQ off and you hear exactly the difference. Sounds pretty good too, but with this, it just sounds a bit more edgy, and I kind of like that. Then there's a gate also after the amps that just makes the amp silent. So if I bypass that, you hear a bit noise, a little bit. And now that's completely eliminated. And makes the chunks a little bit tighter. And then there's only a reverb at the end, so just with a very little bit mix. So just to have a little bit of this. It's a studio reverb. As you can see, the reverb and delay and everything are all parallel. And chorus, pitch, etc. and all the other effects are just serial. The enhancer block is a serial that just makes a stereo. So it is also set on stereoizer. You can see here. And it just gives width. Let's hear the difference. This is off. And on. So it spreads it a little bit around. And that goes to my cabinet simulation. And you can see here that I routed an extra output to output 3 without any cap simulation. And this is to live go to a power amp and a 4x12 Marshall cabinet. So that I don't have, you know, the IR in there. But I have all the effects. So that's why I put it at the end. So the cabinet I'm using is the T75. This is a modern one. This is, if you can see the picture, you see I have several bought own hammers. So this is all bought stuff. And I made 2 IRs too. So, and this is just an IR I really like because that's in my cabinet as well. And it fits my rhythm sound a lot. So that's my rhythm sound. When I go to the lead sounds, the thing that changes is the amp. Look, now I have a Brit JVM OD1 Red. You can see now a few things changed. I have the amp, so these are the settings again. In this case, I don't have it boosted because this amp has already tons of gain. So the gain is not even that high, as you can see on 4, and that really gives enough to shred on. The volume pan is still attached. The gate is still there. Also, the input gate is all in the same settings. Reverb is now a Stratocumulus that gives a little bit more spreading, but then just on 8 seconds. But you hear it is a longer delay, longer reverb. And with it goes in parallel also a delay, and the delay is set to ambient stereo. So this just spreads a little bit to the left and the right. Well, the enhancer block stays in the same setting all the time. And here the cabinet changed. As you can see, it's still the 75, but on the second cabinet, I now take the vintage 30. And that's also a self-bought pack from a 1999 A modern series from the V30. And this I mix. And that gives a more roundy, softer tone for my lead sound. This I do always in my ARs, as you can see, low cut and high cut. So I put also low cut at 80 Hertz somewhat, and the high cut always at around the 5000, because normal guitar speakers also have that kind of a range, and that sounds more realistic to me. So that's why I'm always changing this out and using this. So that's a good thing to know. All right. Well, at the moment I'm changing to my clean scene. Then you see also things change. A compressor now is engaged. So an analog compressor, just a standard analog compressor. Beautiful sound. Taking now on the guitar the two pickups. So in the middle. Beautiful sound, if you ask me. I'm using the Jazz 120 amp in the Fractal, and that's of course a Roland Jazz 120, JC 120 amp that really is known for beautiful clean sound. And yeah, I'm using this, so you can see the settings here a little bit. And I think the speaker impedance goes to the Jazz 120 because I'm using that also as a cap. And these are just caps that are in the Fractal, so you can just make this sound with only the Fractal. Beautiful, beautiful sound. Volume panels attached so that I can do like these kind of effects. Well, gate I have a little bit on, as you can see, a little bit different setting. Minus 35, so that it doesn't cut off that much, and also the input gate is minus 35, so it takes off all the trash that is before, but it makes it sounding good. So as you can see here, I have chorus, reverb, and delay engaged. Chorus is a dimension 3, which I really dig. Beautiful. And yeah, this I like really a lot. You can see, I think these are the standard settings that I use. I didn't do anything on the settings, to be honest, because it sounded so good. Then there's a reverb, stratocumulus as well. So, but then a lot longer. And there's a delay, also the ambient stereo, and that's I think the same setting a little bit, and I think there's a bit more mix on this, so it's a different channel, but just with a little bit with the same sound as ambient stereo. Enhancer is again the same, just makes the stereo and the cabinet, as I said, 2 times 12. Then I have a scene called the Rhythm Soft, and for this I'm using a Plexi style amp. So I'm using the 100 watt 1970, and as you can see here also did nothing here, did also nothing special here. Yeah, again these tubes, but for the rest, speaker is set to the 75, again the speaker impedance, and for the rest is this all standard. A little bit of input EQ, and this goes to the volume pan. This I use all the time. The graphic EQ here also is on. Without it, it's comes more to life in my opinion. So using this this graphic EQ also to give a little bit of extra tonality to it. Gate at the end as well, and reverb and delay. So reverb is a medium hole now, and delay is ambient stereo again. So this I'm using all the time. The enhancer and the cabinet are again the 75 and the V30. On the floor here I have an OCD pedal attached, which I can turn off the delay. Just have a real standard step. So that's a bit that sound. Sounds killer. And that's basically my my muscle standard preset. Then I have also a Plexi preset, which is the same preset with just different amps. So here I'm using for the rhythm, I use the Plexi 100 watt jumped, which is a little bit more high gainish. What a beautiful sound, more like the ones I use on Resurrection by this kind of voice. Which is basically a very simple chordal scheme, if you can see. That's all very standard chords, very open. It's in many singer-songwriter songs, you know. That's, yeah, sometimes you just have to play simple and just play interesting over it, you know. Like, and this I do with the sounds also on the Plexi that you see, with a little bit more gain. And as you can see now, also a delay comes in. And this is the analog stereo again. And then analog stereo now in this case, so not the ambient, but as you can see, I can this is now customizable. So this means I can do like a thing here and set the tempo. So as you can see, I selected this 1/4. So that means that I can do with the tempo tab here. And then it is a different tempo. So that's, I can fit the song that way. So yeah, that kind of thing. So these kind of songs I play with this sound, the Plexi sound. There's also a lead more in this patch, which has just an overdrive with it. Still with the Plexi jumped, but now I attach an overdrive, so a T808 that I just put a little bit in. Very great sound, if you ask me. I really like that. Yeah, the clean is the same as in all my other presets a little bit. I have a rhythm flanger as well here, so flanger comes live. Really jet flanger kind of thing. And yeah, these are all the sounds that I use. The JM45 sound is the same. So that sounds also a little bit bluesy. I'll start with the rhythm for you. This is I used that on the album Resurrection for the song I Was Wrong. So I think it's, the pickup was in the middle. For the chorus, I use this pickup. A little bit for that kind of pieces. There's a little bit delay on here as well. Delay that goes a little bit in the tempo of the song, so it's 760. Reverb is there, studio reverb. That just is a very little bit on there, as you can see, just 5% mix. But the amp is the JM45, and this I really like. It's a JM45. Then there's a lead patch that just uses a little bit different delay and takes the JM45 and then in a jumped way. So it takes the power amp to crunch with it. So the intro solo for I Was Wrong, and that's all done with this sound. Then the head solo is done with lead heavy, and that takes the JVM OD1 red again, just my lead sound that I always use. But with a different delay, so just that it fits the song. Because this is a patch actually for that song, for I Was Wrong. And lead fuzz I have as well. So it takes the fuzz phase in there. As you can see here, the drive, you see, phase fuzz. These settings, you can't do much here. I did not change anything out of this. The graphic EQ did not change. In advance, I didn't change anything. So it's just basic tonality, drive, and tone. And there I play. Gives a little bit of an a bit of an Eric Johnson kind of a vibe, a little bit, huh? Sound-wise. So yeah, that's a really old Marshall type with just a fuzz before and some delay and reverb. Cabinet, I think, are the 75 V30 combinations, yeah, and all these presets. So for the song Still Bleeding, I have a preset, and this is only for that song. So it starts with the clean. Normally in the studio I play that acoustic. let's play it with this sound. And for the rest, I don't use that sound in the song, not anymore. Then comes the rhythm. Well, and as you can hear, lots of reverb. And that's the Stratocumulus again. And yeah, on 17 seconds. So really big ass reverb. And again, GMP pre-1, the cabinets on the 75s. So the rest is all the same with the graphic equalizer, with the gates. A little bit tighter in this preset because of all the reverb. And yeah, the cabinets again, 75s. Yeah. So enhancer is again in there. So basically the same sound, but then with a lot of reverb. So I'm using that all the time. Then comes the clean delay part. As you can hear, there's a big delay on here. I'll show you the settings. Delay is set to 375 milliseconds. You can see the mix is on 50%. So that's as loud as the guitar signal is. And yeah, that makes it really like that rhythm. And there's a few feedbacks. As you can see, 52%. It's like Pink Floyd, huh? A little bit. Has a little bit of that vibe. Only in Pink Floyd there's a little bit gain as well. It's just still very little bit, but that's what the difference is. Without the delay, because I can turn it off here, I just play this. So it is really like. And with delay, it just. It lets the notes fall in between the notes. That's a dotted 8 note. So a dotted 8 delay, actually, this setting, and this is done a lot, you know, by Pink Floyd, by Rush, by Yes, by a lot of prog bands. Marillion use that a lot as well. So yeah, this is really like a prog thing to do, but pretty cool, if you ask me. So these are the sounds for that song, and the solo is again the JVM, as you can see, Orion Red. And also the delay now follows the tempo, which is 500 milliseconds, because the song is in 120 BPM. That's what it is. And so there you go. Still bleeding. Then I have a song called Move That Groove. And also for this I use total different sounds. So it starts with the intro. Play it on the neck pickup. So this is different amp. This is a Brit Silver. As you can see here the settings, not too much gain. It's also not boosted, so that's just standard. I think the cabinets here are the 75 and the V30. Yeah, the mix. Yes, this is because it's a different, you know, a little bit different. It's not that heavy. It's more like a lead kind of a rhythm part. So that's that beginning of Move That Groove. Then comes the lead sound. Changes again to the JVM audio on red. So that follows that. There is a clean piece in there that just follows the rhythm from the song. Again, a delay that's just in the middle, a very simple delay. It takes a vintage digital, which is just on 600 milliseconds. I think the song is at 100 BPM, something like that. And then comes the space sound. And the space sound is, yeah, with a lot of extra things. Okay, let me explain this one. So the amp, simple adjust 120, it's just a simple clean sound. Here comes the specialness. So it starts with the pitch. As you can see, I'm using the Crystal Echoes patch on there. And this you can find here in the menu. If you go to the pitch, there's a Crystal Echoes function. And this lets the pitch shift and splice. And that sounds really cool. So if I do a short note, you can hear what happens. Let me put the other effects off, just that you can hear what the pitch does. So just what the pitch does. So that's what the pitch does, so Crystal Echoes. And you see I have one set to 7, the other to 12. So these are half steps in the music. And you can see here the splice is set to 600 milliseconds and 300 milliseconds. So that's in the rhythm of the song. Yeah, master is it's just here the master panning is on 50, and the rest is just standard. So that makes the sound. The delay. The delay is a wandering delay. That's an effect in the Fractal that just sounds. The delay wanders from the right to the left and back to the right and back to the left. Cool effect. You pull off the pitch that you can hear exactly what it does. So use headphones so you can hear really the wandering delays. Beautiful effect. Check it out. So that's that. And then the third effect is the reverb. And the reverb, Stratocumulus, 20 seconds, really big. And also with a kind of pitch shift. in there. As you can see here, -5, 7 voice 2 shift, so -5 and 7. Pretty cool, huh? I mean, also the Stratocumulus, you can already do so many cool things if you look in the other stuff here. I mean, this is basic here, 20 seconds, pretty cool. I did not change a lot in the rest. I just put the mix totally up. Let's see, advanced. I didn't use anything there. Duck and mod also not. EQ, yeah. I took a bit low and a bit high out, so that it just the effect is more in the middle. And that together with the delay, and then the pitch shifter, that makes this this pretty cool effect. The only song and the only time that I'm using an effect like this, I mean, it's a little bit driven from I used to have in the past, because that song is already pretty old, Move That Groove. And in the past I had this little pedal where there was a synth patch in, and everybody knows that pedal, I guess. And that was an XP300 from Digitech, the little yellow pedal that people now charge really a lot of money for because of these patches, but crazy enough. I mean, the sounds are a little bit outdated if you ask me on this thing. I mean, the Fractal sounds are way cooler and better. But yeah, I mean, it had a certain sound to it, and this I used actually on the album. So yeah, so this you hear in the guitar track, really that pedal, and that had like this synth kind of synth swell sound that I used. So I made a little bit of a synth sound in the Fractal to sound a bit alike. Endless. This is also a special one. You see here different things, completely different. It starts with an acoustic patch. Well, the acoustic patch, you see there's no cabinet. This is set off to bypass. But there's here in front the cabinet. And this cabinet I use for the acoustic simulator. You see, this is this IR Les Paul mid AC sim chord 100%. So probably, I mean, I downloaded this from the internet. Sounded pretty good. That's how the sound sounds. Beautiful sound, right? I mean, I'm having in the back there, I have a beautiful acoustic guitar that when I connect that, it sounds almost similar to this sound, and then just, you know, that's an Ovation, pretty cool guitar, and that sounds yeah, with these effects, but without the speaker simulator or the acoustic simulator. Sounds not far off from this sound. It is really that good. Well, compressor is there. There's an analog compressor again that makes the sound a bit even. There's a gate just to get rid of some noise. Also here is that noise. So I always use a double gate to get rid of noise. Graphic EQ, just to have a little bit of extra. You know, when I do this. Or I put it off. just does is make it a little more clear. And especially in the high register, there comes a little bit crispiness, which I like. The M compressor at the end, a compressor also after the EQs, just to give a little bit compression on the low, mid, and high. So like a multi-band compressor does. The enhancer block again, a delay and reverb, ambient stereo and stratocumulus. Using that all the time, man. So it's such a beautiful. And that's it. That goes to the output 1 and 3. Well, that's that sound. And the song Endless, where it's going, is this guitar piece. Also the that little piece, and that's in the song. The song is a bit new, a bit ambient, a bit new agey. There's the swell sound, and the swell sound I'm using also reverb and delay. And the amp is just EFGM orange, but the reverb is set to large hall. But there's a big delay, as you can see here, and this is just an ambient stereo delay on 2000 milliseconds. And especially with the volume pedal, that creates. You can see the volume swells here, so I'm doing this with my foot on the floor with an expression pedal. So now the expression pedal is totally heeled down, and that makes that it sounds off. So when I move it up, so that's in the song. Then there's the little chorus part that I play just. That's actually the parts in the song. And then there's another team delay part, which I just play against a delay with my neck pickup. That's. This follows exactly the tempo. When I put the delay off, it sounds like this. So So as you hear, there's a little bit, the notes get also like double. So for that little piece, and that's set in 666 metal, yeah, right, milliseconds, and that just is exactly the song. Tempo, because it's in 3/4, huh? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. That's the rhythm of the song. Cabinets here are all the 75 and the V30s for all these amps, and that's endless. So that's a special song that has a lot of different things. Well, these are all for my solo stuff. So that's all these 6 sounds are for my solo stuff. So from Muscle Plexi to Muscle Standard to JM45, Still Bleeding, Move That Groove, Endless. Then comes a sound that I don't use often, but I put in there. Muscle Ref. And the only thing I here changed, yeah, I changed quite a bit. I see I put all the delays. I put everything I put in parallel. Okay, but this is just to try different amps. And I just change that all the time just to see what other amps are great. This is with a ref. Pretty cool. Like that sound. Also a lead sound. I like that. Rhythm soft I made with the Plexi 50 watt here, just to here the enhancer's not on here. Okay. Also the 50 watt sounds pretty great. Plexi 50 watt here. That's a pretty good amp, and it sounds killer. For the rest, again, delays that I can attach. I mean, there's also other effects in every preset that I can turn on and turn off on the effects page, and just experiment with. So yeah, that's what I'm using all the time. This is just on the 75 330 combination, which I really like as well. Well, here's the Art of Pantera. I have a Pantera tribute band. For this, normally I'm using also a Dean guitar, really an ML model, but this is now in repair because something is wrong with the configuration, and let that check now, so that it's ready for the next upcoming gigs that we have. But anyway, I can show them to you. Domination, that's a track that I use for more songs than only Domination, but this is set up for that song. Sounds pretty Pantera-ish, eh? So this graphic EQ in front, that's what Dimebag did. So 7-band, a little bit with these settings. Then the amp, I use the Cameron CCV, and yeah, I just use the tube amp for this tube amp simulation because there are no what you call, there are no solid state amps in the Fractal. Also not logical, you know. So that's, so I made it with this. So the Cameron. And there's an EQ at the end that just, you know, takes a little bit of mid out again. So the mid I put in here, I take out again in this patch. Gate, of course, heavy gate. volume pan again, the enhancer block. There's a reverb, also just a little bit. And there's a cabinet. And the cabinets are really the Jaguar. These are found on the internet somewhere with a 421 and a 57. I use it also always in a pan left right situation. And I also got here the frequencies. But this is really the cabinet that makes a sound. Fill the rest in yourself. Anyway, that's that sound for a lead. It just makes a bit EQ different than. Harmony for that little. For that little piece, and there's a clean sound. So that's for the Tata Arbitrary Domination. Then there is also for Strength Beyond Strength. It's exactly the same sound. The only difference is the harmony. For that solo, there's a different pitch. If you see here, the pitch is here to 16 and -5. Etc, etc. So for that song, then there is also a song for Flots. And Flots is already, so I have to go sit back a little bit because else the microphone picks up the normal setting. And here again I use the, there's a pitch in the beginning that just -2. So that just makes the tuning to D. Right, virtual capo, and then you see here a compressor is before, and there's again this. This is a different one. Our RLPTK 1 and 2 mix is also an acoustic sound. It's also for this. For this sounds, there's a rhythm low that's just for the little things in between. Then there's the and that's of course also in the -2 setting. So for the solo, I switch back to standard tuning and then I go. And then it's the end lick that just changes again here. Etc. So this it just puts off the EQ and makes a different EQ. I see. Just totally different, I guess. Let's see. Oh yeah, look here it is. It just goes. So it's not again like this. It's more like straight lined, and that makes more the amp sound. Quite different, huh? Anyway, that's that I'm using for Flood's Live, and I have a sound for Hollow for the song. And this just makes the pitch shifting in the beginning in the key of C major, and that's of course the tonality, which is A minor. It's the same as C major, so it follows exactly the scale. Fucking love Fractal, man. That sounds so good. Anyway, the rest standard rhythm. So that's the lead. The clean. So for that sound, and Randall Jaguar speakers again, that's everywhere on the other Pantera. So yeah, as you can hear, that sounds pretty close to the Pantera sounds. Guts Come, that's another band that I have, and that's again my JMP Pre-1, but way heavier set. So this is really, you know, like the gain is more. Also in the preamp, there's also the boost, the speaker set, yes, graphic EQ. Oh yeah, that's different, different than mine. So there's a lot less mids in there. Anyway, the enhancer block is on. The gates are set heavy. Then there's just reverb, and there's the cabinet that goes to the 75 speakers. Actually not that different than my sound, but a lot more gainy. So there's a sound for lead. The C2 lead I always change also to a V30 mixed in there, while in rhythm I just have the 75s. So I changed one IR there just to have a different sound. The clean. And there's Carnage. Palm tremolo effect that just pans the sound from left to right. Delay, the pan delay. Pretty cool, huh? Reverb, Stratocumulus, using that a lot. So yeah, that's Godscum. System Pilot is another band, more classic rock that I have, a Gary Moore tribute. Arian, I show you Arian. Arian was very simple, mono sound. So Arian uses himself the Euro-Uber and the Euro-Uberschall. That's the Uberschall from Bogner. I use a drive-in front, a T808. Just in pretty standard settings. There's a gate and that's it. And that goes to the cabinets. And these were also the speakers that he was using in his cabinet. So that's a 55 setting. And as you can see here, I have a 421 and 57, and here 121 but 57. So left and right pound, but just left and right, but just all in the middle. Ian said himself that that sound was very much alike that he had on his album. So this I use for the 01011 show. Rhythm lead just changes this. So again, no drive in front, just the amp, and not boosted, and yeah, that's basically it. This is set a little bit high, so let me change that just a little bit, because I heard already some friction here also. Oh no, that this I don't want. So there you go. So save. And I just, yeah, so you see in the middle of explaining, I changed some things. But that's just because I heard like going to lead. I heard like, no, now it's silent. The lead sound, there's a rhythm soft. And there's a clean. But mono sounds for the show, because we had Timo on the other side, and yeah, that was set to left right. So Power Slave, my Iron Maiden sound, because I'm using an Iron Maiden cover band. I'm in an Iron Maiden cover band as well. So intro gate, of course, the amp, just a JMP1 again, pretty standard, preamp boosted, standard, gate, enhancer, reverb. Exactly what I'm using, right? But no equalizer, and the cabinet just to the V75 V30. Let's see how this sounds. Sounds pretty close to me when I play along with the albums. Pretty cool. So I have 4 scenes in this rhythm lead. I'm doing the Adrian Smith part, so set it more to his kind of sounds. Clean. Mostly used in Revelations, that song. There's Moonchild. Uses again the .8 delay, so I can put that off. And then with the delay. So this uses a synth block, and yeah, as you can see here, the settings, voices, the others are off. It's just one voice. And that's it. So pretty simple. I can turn delay when I want. Can turn chorus when I want. So yeah, that. Power Slave. And actually that's it. The rest is just tryouts of me. So I have a lot of tryouts, as you can see, but yeah, this is basically, oh, Thrash Attack, I forgot. Thrash Attack is another thrash metal band that I have with covers, and this is the rhythm sound. Sounds pretty trashy to me. That's an Engel Savage, Engel Savage 2, and Severe 2, they call it here. Sorry for this. As you can see, nothing much a gauge. Volume pan, gate, enhancer, reverb again. Reverb is here the large hall, cabinet, 75s, and that's it. You have a sound like this. See, my lead sound is everywhere. That's Bridge JVM OD1 Red. I like that really for lead tones. Clean sound. Oh, wow. There's a swell sound. Again, I'm using here a volume pedal. And it's a combination of a reverb, music hall, nothing special, and here a delay, ambient stereo. That's just... So yeah, I hope this gave a little bit insight in the presets that I use for my cover bands, for my own material, and yeah. So I made all my sounds myself. So experience with it in the Fractal stuff. You know, in the Fractal world, you have so many possibilities, and you can really make your own sounds. And this should be a good explanation of how you can do it. So you just start somewhere with an amp and a cabinet. And you start adding up, and you start with an in and an out, and then put that in the middle and put effects, and you get a sound. You know, that's cool. FM9, FM3, XFX 3. You can all do this in this way. In the AM4 and the VP4, you have the 4 blocks, so that sounds that's a little bit different how that works. And there also, for example, the amp and the cap are like combined in one block, combined. So yeah, then it works a little bit different. But the FM3, FM9, and also the XFX3 work kind of the same. Where the FM3 you have a little bit less of a space to work in, because you have also a little bit less power under the hood. But for most people that is more than enough, trust me. And yeah, so you can do a lot what you want. So. Thanks for looking at this video. See you around the road or somewhere, and bye bye.